Myles Goldin. Myles Goldin.
Hi. Oh, Matt Livesay, say no more. I was in 6th grade in Florida at Lake Silver Elementary School, and that year was my breakout year. I was in my first play at 11 years old. I wasn't Hansel and Gretel. I was just Gretel. And I had my little braids, you know. But also that year, I got braces. And so it was almost like, Gretel doesn't have braces, does she? Yes, she does. And there was Matt Livesay, who was this guy, he wasn't a guy, he was a kid. He was my age. He had green eyes, he had freckles, he had blonde hair. He had like a little gap in his teeth. I think he sort of reminded me of myself. You know, he was shy, and I was kind of quiet in class. I was not a popular person. I wasn't the popular, I wasn't in the popular group. Or maybe that hadn't been determined yet. That starts at 7th grade. But, Matt Livesay, say no more. So I was introverted in class, but outside of class, I was not so introverted. And one day, now Matt Livesay's mom worked for Lake Silver Elementary School, and I was so full of lusty kid love. You know that feeling where it's just like you have this big fat ball in your belly and it hurts, but it feels really good, and you're like, you know, like that. That's how I was. So I don't know. I was walking, and I like to linger after class because sometimes I help the teachers erase the chalkboards or, like help set the desks up or whatever the case may be. And anyway, I was walking through the hall and I see his mom. And I was like, this is it. I just have to say something, right? And so this is what I did. I said, Mrs. Livesay. She said, oh, yes, Myles. How are you? I'm like, I'm good. I just want you to know that I love your son. Like, I really love your son. So much so that it was like, I love your son! I love Matt Livesay! He's my favorite! I love your son! Oh my God! She was like, she put her best face on, she's like, that's so great. And I literally just like danced through the hallways, just singing the praises of Matt Livesay, not thinking of the future, which was Wednesday, the next day in class, where I walk in and, it's just like that, right? Right? And my face just got so red, and Matt was like, what do you think about it? That kind of thing. And I was just like, oh, God. And I sat down in Miss Corlew's English class. And that day, we were going to learn what an adjective is. And we were going to learn it this way. An adjective is a word that describes a noun or pronoun. An adjective is a word that describes a noun or pronoun. An adjective is a word that describes a noun or pronoun. And everyone, the class was like, yeah, the adjective is a word that describes, and we were just like made it a huge party, right? It was wonderful. And then Miss Corlew, we were all up dancing, and Miss Corlew, she grabs Matt's hand and she grabs my hand and she puts them together. I was like, no! And he was like, oh no, it was horrible. Oh my God. It was so, oh God, it just makes me, I look for him on Facebook. I do, because I just want to see if he was like, if he's just as perfect as I imagine him, as he once was. It was like this guy, Keith Brennan, also, who just would tease me a lot. I found him on Facebook. He's like this fat guy who was like watching a beached whale in the surf of the ocean, I'm with stupid, like that kind of Florida t-shirt. Anyway, I just, in conclusion, want you to know that I have not found Matt Livesay yet. But if you know of anyone named Matt Livesay, tell me. Tell me, please. Thank you so much.